Hey everyone, I am so excited to go over some of our fun new releases that came out this fall. The first one is one of my son's favorites. This is First Book About the Orchestra, and it takes you through different parts of the orchestra, but on each page you can press the button and it plays the music. And then at the very end, they all join together and you can play that. We actually have several different books that are just like this. We have Jungle Sounds, we have a nursery rhyme book that have the different buttons that you can press to, which are great. Then, love our Lift the Flap books. This is Peek Inside Cinderella, and it's a classic story, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got all the different flaps, and what I really love about this one is it feels like you're walking through the story because of the cutouts. It's like you're going deeper into the story. And at the very end, of course, he proposes. And we have another one like this that is Little Red Riding Hood. Speaking of Little Red Riding Hood, our picture books. I love our picture books because they're padded, and so they're really durable. The other thing I love about our picture books are the illustrations. Lots of bright colors. I love this one. There's the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. And so we've got Goldilocks, Jack and the Beanstalk, tons of them. And then we have a new pop-up book, What's Below. And this is a little bit different because instead of popping up, it's almost like it pops down. But here is one of the pictures, the rainforest, and kids can see the top, different viewpoints, the canopy of the rainforest. They can even look through the different levels, and then it talks about it, gives some information about the rainforest. I love this one with the dinosaur underneath. They can see the construction. They can even see, fossils. It's where we get fossils. And then, of course, we've got the ocean and what's underneath. So a lot of fun. Then we have Choose Your Own Journey. And what kids do at the very beginning is they pick which they're going to be. They're going to be the boat, the train, the car, or the bike. And then they follow along these lines to see what happens to them throughout the story. And there's little cutouts and flaps, which makes it fun. So they can go through and see exactly what happens. So what's nice is every time they go through, they can change their mind on what they want to follow. Next, Press Out Paper Dolls. And this is an awesome book. The background of this book is like the backdrop. And then you've got the little girls in the hangers for their clothes. And you have different topics. Party clothes, or different occasions, sunny day, and you even have at the very back a wardrobe that you can cut out to hang up the clothes. It gives you instructions there. So a lot of fun. This next book, Cordelia, will tug on your heartstrings. It's about a little girl who believed that she could do extraordinary things. She believed that she could fly. And so she goes through flying with the birds and the whales and even the stars. And then all of a sudden, one day, it says others doubted that she could fly. And so it ended up getting her down. And her world just fell apart. There's the sad moon. Let's see. As the days passed, Cordelia stayed on the ground. Life became gray. There was no color. There was no sound. So she's really sad. But what I love is her attitude about it. Who was anyone to say if she could or couldn't fly? What was or wasn't possible if they didn't even try? And so she realizes, you know what? I don't care what other people say. I'm going to believe in my dreams. And so she flies again. And we have a doll that goes with it. And my son, when he wants to read Cordelia, he will go, it's right there. He'll go and grab the doll when he wants to read it. Okay, this next activity, create your own pizzeria. And I love this because it gets kids' imaginations going. We also have create your own boutique, if people like that too. But this takes them through the different steps of creating their own restaurant. They have to come up with a name. They have to figure out where it's going to be. And there's even, this one has folding napkins and the uniform. So it really takes them through all the different steps and the menu. And so at the very end, they have to decide exactly what to make, and they kind of write that down. So a lot of fun. Another great one, creative writing book. And we have several of these kind of adventure story books, but this really helps, again, with getting kids to put something on paper. I know so many times I would sit in front of a blank piece of paper and not know what to write, and this breaks it up for them, gives them some of those prompts. So character, all about developing your character, name, age, appearance, strengths, weaknesses. Let's see, points of view. Everything, Dear Diary. Oh, this is a comic one. So this really helps, gets kids writing. And then I love this one, 101 Optical Illusions. And it takes you through and it shows you different optical illusions, but then it explains it at the bottom of why it messes with your brain the way it does. So swirling circles. So lots of fun. And then the last one, for the travel times, we've got travel games. And this is great because it has things that you can do by yourself, things you can do with a sibling or a friend when you're in the car, different boxes, travel bingo, vehicle Sudoku. So lots of fun. They can even tear these out and play them together. So a lot of fun games.